Hello everyone, Reverse here bringing you another Pokemon Sleep video. In this one I want to focus on all the items that you can purchase in the shop. And we're doing that in the form of a tier list. I'm gonna be going over all the items that you can buy, all the things you can buy in Pokemon Sleep, including all the little boxes that you can get. And I'm gonna rate them from S rank all the way until F rank. I have a bunch of notes to make sure I went into this prepared, so if I ever look away from the camera, you know the reason why. But I'm just gonna give you my thoughts. If you disagree with any of them, make sure you leave them in the comments down below. But this has been a very highly requested video, so I'm gonna talk about each item, what they do, and whether or not they're worth it. So starting off with the Poké Biscuit, it gives you 1 friendship point. It's 180 diamonds for 3, which is 60 diamonds each, but you can also exchange sleep points for them. If you have 150 sleep points, you can exchange it in the regular pass area. And if you have a premium pass, you can exchange 100 sleep points for them. I think this is a trap because I don't think it's worth it, at least not with diamonds. With sleep points, it's debatable, really. My personal opinion would be to buy a Master Biscuit, at least to have it. But then you can spend your sleep points on them. I might do another video on sleep points. But for now, this is just kind of like my thoughts here. For diamonds, just straight up buying them in the shop. The packet, don't buy that. I don't recommend that. It's the same for the Great Biscuit, really. It gives you 3 friendship points. But it's 600 diamonds for 3, which means 200 each. And you could get it in the premium shop for 400 points, which I still think is not worth it. Then we're moving on to a couple of incenses. I noticed that the recovery incense, which is the green one, is actually not obtainable, but you can get it in one of the shops. So it's kind of strange that you only have the capability of getting these for. But yeah, these are the ones that you can just outright buy. That's why these are in the video. The first one is the Focus Incense, which is this blue one. It doubles the XP gained after a sleep research for the little rank that you have at the left top corner in Pokemon Sleep. I think this is a bad item. I don't really recommend it. Rank doesn't seem to be doing much of anything. I think everything is tied to sleep styles, like your sleep style decks. So I don't think it really does anything. Despite of that, I do like seeing my ranking going up. So yeah, I'm making a bad purchase because I am using them myself. But I don't recommend it. It's 150 diamonds. You can spend your diamonds better than using this thing. Next up is the Look Incense, and it doubles the dream shards after a sleep research. Sleep research is when you go to bed, that sort of stuff. It's 150 diamonds. I would say only when you need it. It's not a fantastic item, I don't think. But if you happen to be short to like a big upgrade where Pokemon goes to level 10, gets a really good skill, and you don't want to be spending the dream shard clusters, then yeah, this is gonna be a decent option available to you, but only when you need it. Next up is the Growth Incense, and for some reason this one is costing you 200 diamonds. It doubles the XP helpers gain after sleep. I don't think it's good, at least right now at the start of the game. My opinion might change on this later, because they do have it for 200 diamonds, which is a little bit more, so it makes me think that Pokemon Sleep has more value towards that, but I cannot see it right now. The helpers don't really level up all that much after a good night's sleep, and it's only for the 5 that you have in your area, so I don't see this being a good item right now, but my opinion might change later down the road. But we can do an updated version of this like a month or 2 in advance, and if you want that, let me know in the comments. Next up is the Friend Incense. Makes 1 extra Pokemon appear, and it will be hungry. So, it's effectively better than a Great Biscuit, because when Pokemon are hungry, they can just fill up the bar completely. It also, if you serve a Poké Biscuit to a Pokemon that is hungry, it's instantly gonna fill up for 3 as well, which is the equivalent of a Great Biscuit. And it's an extra shiny check, which I think is really good. I think this is the best incense. I think if you're going to be purchasing something, this could be a pretty decent purchase because it's effectively another Pokemon. But there is an item, which we'll get to shortly, that is a little bit better than the Friend Incense. And that's why I put it in B tier as opposed to A tier. So, next up, the Good Camp ticket. This ticket you buy it for 500 diamonds. It works for 7 days. But hear this. It makes 1 Pokemon appear every day, and it will be hungry. You notice that's very similar. It's basically every single day you have a friend Incense. Your cooking pot will also be 50% bigger, so that means you can make better meals for Snorlax. Your helper Pokemon can not only work 20% faster, but can also carry 20% more berries and ingredients. So for that reason, this is the best value item, in my opinion, in Pokemon Sleep. If you're buying this, if your budget is limited, just buy that, because you basically get a friend Incense every single day passively. This is the best item hands down in Pokemon Sleep, in my opinion. Definitely invest in that one. We could just wrap the video up there, honestly, but we have a couple of more items to go through. Next up, we have the energy pillow. Gives 50 energy to a Pokemon. Is 60 diamonds. This is arguably the worst item in the game, because you can just sleep for free. It's literally, you can just sleep for free and then get all the energy back. And you get missions, accomplishments. You also get this one for free. I've used them a few times, but I don't really see much value to this item. Not even when you need it, really. Don't buy it. The helper whistle instantly gives 3 hours worth of help from your Pokemon helpers, and your Pokemon don't get tired when they, when they help out that way. It's just instantly you get a little box near your tent, and then you tap on it. There's a little cutscene with that, and then all the berries and the ingredients are gonna be there. It's actually quite neat. I would say only get this when you need it. I wouldn't even put it as a good purchase, because the friend Incense is just that much better. I cannot justify putting these two in the same tier. This is only when you need it. If you really need that little bit of extra help, then yeah, you can definitely use it. It's not a bad item by any means. Actually, I think it's better than the Slug Incense, though, in my opinion. Next up, we have the E-Zzz. I think this is the E-Zzz moving ticket. I would say only when it needed. It's kind of like a tricky one. I used mine before to go to the island when I locked it. But what I didn't really like is that the Snorlax unfortunately reset. I would have put it at good purchase if it meant your Snorlax didn't reset, but because your Snorlax resets, I don't think it's really that great. Next up, we're gonna go to some expansions, and I think all these three, we can put them in only when needed. Because it's really just only when you need it. The first one, this one, is the Pokemon expansion. Gives you 20 slots. All of them gives 20 extra slots. If you're running short on space for Pokemon, you can purchase this to get more space. What I tend to do personally to help with this is if I find a Pokemon that's evolved, like let's say Pikachu, then I will send the Pichu to the professor. Some people are obviously going to be wanting one of every single Pokemon out there, and shinies as well. But that's just kind of how I play it. Only buy this when you really need it. This is going to be different for everybody out there. The next one is the ingredients box. This almost feels like a trap to me, because I always run out of ingredients anyway, so I'm not expecting to get filled up. But I can definitely understand that maybe later down the road you kind of want to do some focused cooking, and then you're gonna have specific Pokemon within your camp to help out getting the ingredients that you might need for a specific recipe. And then I can see you possibly needing more space for that, but for the foreseeable future, not at all. And that's kind of the same here with the items pocket. I can only see this really being useful like a couple of months down the road. And when that is the case, yeah, probably if you want to be saving up the candies or the dream clusters, then yeah, for sure, you can probably expand on those situations. Next up, we have the Premium Pass. Now, this Premium Pass, the first 2 weeks is the best item in the game, because you don't spend any money. It does say you purchase it and then you can cancel it. So that on itself I would already do. But let's take the situation if you're actually buying it for a longer period of time. If you buy it for 1 month, I believe it's $10. And then for 6 months it's like 50, which whatever your region equivalent is will be a little bit different. But let's take a look what it actually gifts you. So once a month, it's going to give you the good camp coupon, which is really good reward. The bonus biscuits that you get every single day, instead of giving 3 friendship, the same as a great biscuit, will be giving you 4 friendship. I think that's quite nice. I think that's a fairly good bonus. You get 100 bonus sleep points every single day. You get an unlimited sleeping record. You get lavish rewards every 3 months. You get a diary where you can write into, and you get access to your premium exchange. I think the good camp bonus alongside with the Biscuit being upgraded, that on itself will already put it into great purchase. I think these two items on itself, if you're ever spending money in Pokemon Sleep, these two are definitely things that you can buy in the game that I would consider worth it. That is, of course, if you're gonna be spending money. So that's honestly my thoughts in these two. Then we're arriving at the bundles, the separate bundles. We got the release bundles first. So the release bundle, this is just I think a one-time purchase, and then you cannot buy it anymore. The release bundle S will contain 15 of these Poke Biscuits, and it will contain 3 of these Friendship Incense, which basically is worth 1350 diamonds, and you're spending 600 diamonds, which is about $10 for this. I would say only when you need it, I would buy it. This is obviously the better option if you want to be buying some biscuits, for sure. The Friend Incense is obviously a very nice touch to it. But I would say if boxes like these were the default, that would be quite nice. I think that these two boxes over here, which we'll get to, are actually relatively expensive, but we'll get to that momentarily. Next up, we got the release bundle here, the release bundle M. It will give you 20 great biscuits. It will give you 7 friend incense, and it will give you 3 helper whistles. The 20 great biscuits are worth 4,000 diamonds. The 7 friend incense are worth 1,050 diamonds, and the 3 helper whistles are worth 600 diamonds, totaling 5,650 diamonds worth of value for 3,000 diamonds, which I would say if you're gonna be spending money, that would make it a good purchase, but it's still expensive. I will say that much. But relatively speaking to all the other items in Pokemon Sleep, I would say it's a good purchase for all the other items out there. So I don't want to, I don't want to step on any toes or anything like that, saying like $50 is cheap. It's definitely not cheap. But compared to all the other items that are available within Pokemon Sleep, I would say I could understand this is a good purchase. Also, very importantly, it's just something that you gotta feel out for yourself whether or not it's worth it. But in my opinion, if you're gonna be purchasing something and you are gonna be spending the money, then it's somewhat of a good purchase, I'd say. Then next up, we have 2 extra boxes over here. These are the Snorlax Bundle and the Research Bundle. The first 3 of these boxes that you purchase, you get yourself a Dream Shard Cluster M, which will give you extra Dream Shards that is required to level up the Pokemon. Even with that, I would say they're not really that great. They're really expensive boxes, but let's go over them. First thing first, the Snorlax Bundle will give you 8 Poke Biscuits. It will give you an energy pillow, which is just effectively kind of useless. A helper whistle, which can be helpful. And it will give you a Dream Cluster M if you buy it the first time. It's kind of hard to justify buying this because I would say maybe if you need Poke Biscuits, which you need to have to fulfill a couple of criteria, in which I would say only when it's needed, right? Because I don't think it's that. Only if you need Poke Biscuits and you think this Helper Flute is going to come in handy, I would say then maybe buy it. But then you're going to be getting yourself 680 diamonds worth of value. The pillow 60 diamonds, I don't think it's worth it at all. But yeah, I would say this is kinda bad. Or no, I would just even put it in this is a trap, honestly. Don't think it's worth it. I personally wouldn't do it. I don't recommend you do either. I have bought it though before, but I do regret it. I'll say that much. Next up is the Research Bundle over here. Will also give you a Dream Cluster M when you buy it the first 3 times. It will give you 8 Great Biscuits, 1 Luck Incense, 1 Growth Incense, 1 Focus Incense, and it will cost you 1,500 diamonds. And the value is 2,100 diamonds. The fact that they're throwing in a bunch of random incense in here, it's alright, I guess. I would say it's bad. But the thing is, if you buy this pack, you basically buy yourself 8 Great Biscuits, and then, because that's the value, right? Like, if you buy 8 Great Biscuits, the value of that's 1,600 diamonds. This bundle costs 1,500 diamonds. So I just imagine I'm buying 8 great biscuits, and then I get these incense for free. Which is cool, I guess, but I still think it's a bad purchase and I don't really recommend it. So this is my list of items that you can buy in Pokemon Sleep. This is kind of how I rank it. Honestly, everything that is B rank or up, I would say go for it, especially these 3 items. These 3 items, you cannot really go wrong with those. This one is very situational. I would say maybe only when it's needed, kind of maybe a tier in between. So yeah, thoughts, opinions, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. I hope this was helpful in any capacity, and I would love to have some suggestions on more videos just like this one. So having that said, if you did enjoy this video, I would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon Sleep videos, and hit the like button if you think this was helpful in any capacity. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.